everybody, welcome back into another episode. Today we have with us another international student. Welcome to the show, Gabby. How are you?
Hello, Suk. I'm great. How are you doing?
Perfect. I'm superb.
Happy to be here.
Same here. It's good to have you here on this podcast.
Thank you.
Perfect. Please tell our audience a little bit about yourself, about your background, what you're studying here in the UK, what brought you here, just to give them an idea.
Perfect. I can share with your audience. Well, I'm from Ecuador. I came here with my husband because we had the London dream. So we wanted to take that chance.
Yeah.
So we came to London. We are both professionals. So we were searching for a way to live abroad by ourselves and be closer to each other.
That's right.
And that's pretty much what brought us to London.
That's right.
And it's been a great experience. We don't regret it, not a minute.
That's good.
And
that's good.
yes, that's really.
So what's that London dream? I know everybody has different
Yeah.
perception about the London dream. So what was your idea of your London dream? And do you think you have been able to live that London dream that you had in your mind when you came here?
For us, the London dream was being together.
Oh, that's
Because we've been married for 6 years now.
Okay.
But from the beginning of our marriage, because of our jobs, we usually lived in different cities.
All right.
So the London dream for us was a chance to be together all year round.
That's right.
So it was an opportunity to get to know each other better. And dreaming.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a huge dream, which is having our own business and stop working for somebody else.
That's right. That's right.
And we thought that having another perspective from another country will help us see the world from another side.
That's
so
right.
we came here and
That's great.
Yes.
That's really nice. That's really nice. That's really good. That the story that you're sharing. I believe there are many people who can really resonate with you, right?
I think
so. You can say that London brought you together, right?
Yes,
That's
London brought us together. We were really close.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in love when we got married.
Yeah.
That it's a fact.
Right.
But I really miss my husband when he was away,
That's
or
right.
I was away.
That's right.
And this has been a great opportunity to even get to know each other even more, even better.
That's
and
right.
and in another scenario, because we don't have family members, and
that's true.
so it is just me and him. He's my best friend. He's my colleague. He's my husband. He's my everything.
That's
so it's been wonderful.
That's lovely. That's lovely. How has been your experience studying at this University of West of Scotland here in London?
Wow, it's been a year now.
That's right.
Yes, and I remember coming here last May, I was so scared because I didn't know many things.
Yeah.
And I came to the uni not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
And suddenly I met really nice and wonderful people like you, like our colleagues.
That's right. That's
and
true.
I had a great opportunity to work in the university, which I never imagined.
That's true.
So it's been an experience that I cannot describe, but I could recommend to anyone.
That's true.
This is a life-changing experience for me, from my point of view.
Yeah.
Being able to study, also the study methodology is very different from my country.
That's right.
So it's been learning
journey,
new things. Yes, just opening my eyes to a new world, and it is amazing. I mean, I've enjoyed it every minute.
That's true, right? And it doesn't even feel like that, 1 year, right?
No,
it just gone by like that, right?
Yeah.
I still remember, we were in the same group, when we started our course, right? And the time just flies, right? So
Let me tell you, I was here a year ago, And today I was thinking about that because 1 year ago I came to the university. It was an afternoon. I was so scared because I didn't have an apartment to live in. I was living in a hotel with my husband. I didn't know what London would bring for me.
Yeah.
And I even thought, like, what am I doing here? I have a home back there. But then suddenly I felt so lost. And today I came to uni and I'm working.
You're working here, right?
Yeah, I'm working in the uni.
Yeah.
I have a flat where I live with my husband. We have plans.
That's right.
We both have jobs.
That's right.
And my position now is so different, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
And everybody back then told me, "You'll be there. You'll get there. Don't be scared."
Yes.
But I didn't believe it
Yeah.
because I was not living that
Yeah.
dream.
That's right.
But now I can tell people who are coming, like, everything is gonna be
Everything's
fine.
gonna fall into place, right?
Everything is gonna be fine,
That's right.
some way, somehow.
Some way, somehow. That's true, right? So I know many students who came here, their basic concern is always from where they're gonna find a job, right? And you working here at the university, even I working here at the university, it has been a great experience, right? So I know many people, many students who came here, they don't even know that they can work at the university, right?
No.
Even we didn't know that,
We
right?
didn't know
We didn't
it,
know
yes.
that, right? But what you will recommend other students, who might be watching this right now, right? Like, how can they find such jobs in their universities? What steps they can take? Because some of the time, these things are not advertised, right? But from your experience, right, what are some of the suggestions that you can pass on?
So I've been thinking about this, reflecting, and what would I do different
Right.
if I had the chance?
Yeah.
And one thing I would do different for sure is get involved in the university events.
That's
Because
right.
when I came here, I was so concerned about money, I
Yeah.
was so concerned about getting a job that I didn't enjoy my time at university.
Right.
And when I got to get involved with people from university, I mean, that is so important because you're networking.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're building, friendships, and you're getting to know someone else's way of living and how they did it. And so my suggestion is relax about the money.
That's
Relax
true.
because the job will get to you. I mean, no worries about that.
Yeah.
And just enjoy your time at university. Get to know as many friends as you can.
That's right.
Get involved with the tech club.
Yeah.
Enjoy the free activities the university
That's right.
offers, and just be there.
That's true.
Because when you are open to those opportunities, then you are in the right place. Sometimes I didn't even check my university emails. Yes, and through your university emails, you get the job opportunities you need.
That's true.
So that's the greatest advice I can give to
That's right.
new students.
Yeah, so it's just like that, students just have to be active
Yes.
around, their university, right? But I think you put across a very good point that they have to get involved, right? Because if you are not involved, you will not know people.
Exactly.
And if you don't know people, you may never know what opportunities are there, right? Like, for example, when we came here to the university, we know nobody, right?
Exactly.
Now we see we know almost half of the staff, right? Even more than that, right? And that's the best part, right?
Don't center on the money.
On the money, that's
Because
true.
I know we
It's
all
important.
need money.
We know that it's important.
Yeah, we know that it's important, but it is not a priority when you first come to London.
That's right.
So just relax,
That's
because you'll get there.
Yeah.
But you can get there in a better and a sooner way
Yeah.
if you know people.
Yeah.
If you don't know people, it is very hard.
Yeah, that's true. So that's why it's very important to build those connections, right? When you have those connections, then those connections can help you find everything else that you want to find, right? That's a really good point, right? And you was also mentioning that how this academic system here is
It's different.
is quite different, right? So what was your experience when you got exposed to this academic system, and how did you take it?
It was very different because back home I was taught like you had a right or wrong answer. Okay, there was
That's a
not
good
like
point.
in the middle.
Yeah.
And when we came here, there was not like right or wrong, but it was more about your reflection.
Your reflection. Right.
And that was really challenging for me because my mind was not prepared for that.
Right.
So I was prepared for developing concepts and talking about concepts
Right.
and memorizing concepts,
Right.
but not to put them into practice, or reflecting on
Yeah.
them.
Right.
So when I faced like my assignments here, in my first assignment I didn't do very well, and I thought, oh, I'm doing great because I have lots of concepts, I have lots of theory, but I was missing my own point of view.
That's true.
So that's something that I've been learning, and the most wonderful thing I've learned is that your opinion is so valuable.
Yeah. So you say that it's the critical thinking aspect that matters a lot.
Totally. Because
right.
when I change it, then even my marks
They
went
get better.
up. They got so much
They
better.
so much better.
At the end, it didn't really matter to me anymore,
Right,
like
that's
my
right.
marks or results. So of course I wanted to pass,
Yeah, that's true,
like
that's
all of
true.
us. But it was more about like, what do you think about that?
That's right. That's
Which is
true.
great because it resonates with where am I like in my life as well. It's not about like how others think about your life, but
That's
what do you want from your
That's
own
true,
life?
that's true.
Because we all have our own truths.
That's right. That's right.
That's so wonderful.
That's so
I mean,
wonderful.
what's right for me can be wrong for you, and
Yeah.
that's totally fine.
Exactly.
Because we're different.
That's true. And I think that's a very good point that you put across. It's not about being right or being wrong, right? It's just about what point of view you bring to the table.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And that's what even the corporate world need, right? It's not about what has been done in the past. It's not about what they're doing right now. It's about what skill set and what point of view you are bringing to the team that can actually shape the company moving forward in the future, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good point for anybody who's a new student entering to the university, that they should not be worried about being judged, right? Because that's the one thing students have on their mind, right? And I think that's the reason why they never raise their hands in the group presentations, right? Or even if the teacher is asks you that who's going to talk about that, they never raise their hands, right?
Yeah,
So you just have to understand that it doesn't matter whatever the university you're studying in, teachers are definitely not going to judge you.
And it's not about impressing anyone.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, as long as you're happy with your answers, that's fine.
That's right. Those days are long gone when you when you're trying to impress the professor. I think it can go against you if you're trying to impress your teachers, right? It's all about how critically you think about certain aspects and what is your perception of it.
Being simple.
That's true.
Simplicity is the best way to overcome your life as a student. Be simple.
Be simple.
That's it.
That's true. That's true. So, what has been your biggest challenge, academic-wise, and what did you do to come out of that, Gabby?
As I was mentioning, valuing my own opinion.
That's right. That's a deep point,
Appreciating what I think, what I see, how I see it, how I describe it.
That's true.
That's been very challenging because I think I value what scientists says, what teachers, what philosophers says, but really valuing what you say, that's unique.
That's unique, right?
That's unique.
That's unique. And even if you make mistakes, just be ready to acknowledge the mistake learn from it and then just change your point of view, right?
And you can change your point of view many times.
Many
as
times.
well.
That's true. It's a never-ending process.
Exactly, and that's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing is fixed.
Nothing is fixed. That's true. That's true. How scared you was when you came to know about something called plagiarism? Everybody is gonna, put in comments that this guy asked you about plagiarism just on point, for a purpose. Were you scared of the word when you hear about that first time?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Because back home,
So you already know the idea.
I knew it,
Okay.
and my university used a system
Ah,
to
I see.
detect plagiarism. So I knew about references, I knew about stealing ideas. So
Alright.
it was something that I was not concerned about, to be honest.
Right.
I was used to the system.
That's right. And I think, when I discovered that idea about plagiarism, I found it so good, because at the end of the day, when I'm doing assignments, obviously I'm not the scientist, right? I'm not here to create concepts. I'm here to show my understanding about those concepts that has already been discovered by someone, right? So it's just about mentioning from where I got that information, right? And I remember, one of our professors, in the first term, he used to say that it's simple, and if you don't do it, you're stupid. Right? It's simple. When you don't do it, you're stupid. So that was a great learning at that time, right? And moving further, what other things apart from this, plagiarism and all that stuff in academics, what was the one thing that you really enjoyed the most in your academic journey so far, being a student at UWS?
My friends. My friends, like knowing people that come from a different culture.
That's right.
That have a different way of thinking and expressing themselves, and that's what I've enjoyed more, like knowing people. People is the best part of this experience.
That's true. That's true. Network is your real net worth, right? The more people you know, the better you're gonna have, right? That's a really good point, right? Overall, your university experience, like with your teachers, professors, right? How easy or difficult you found it to just communicate with them, get feedback from them, or just getting used to the system of the university that is here?
Overall, I could say I had a great experience with my teachers.
Right.
I had really professional, lovely people who was in front of us in the class. I could say I can see improvements. I mean, some teachers have to work on some aspects.
Right.
But overall, I could say it was a great experience.
It's a great experience, right?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. Like, what other things that you find challenging when you came here? Like, apart from studies, did you find it difficult to getting settled down in a new country? Or is this your first time moving out of your own country, or you have done that before too?
It's not my first time. I've done it before.
Okay.
You know what's strange? So that I never felt like a strange here in London, and that was something I was not expecting, because before I came here, I was so scared, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do in London? All the British people. But when I came to London, I felt like home.
You felt like home.
Yeah, I mean,
That's right.
it was wonderful.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. I mean, the hardest part of all this experience is being away from my family, because I'm very close to my mom and my grandmother and my siblings and all my family back there. So that's been challenging.
That's been challenging.
Like being away from them, because I'm not used to it.
Right.
But living in London, like if I had my family here, I would be
You
happy.
would be here, right?
Yes, exactly.
You would be more happy actually
Yeah.
by that. You know?
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good, right? So when you look at it, your life in general, right? What are the key experiences that you have gained while being an international student that you think will stay with you for the rest of your life? Like being an international student, what are those key learnings?
Being a critical thinker. I reflect every day on everything. I just think first and then act.
Right.
I think that will come with me far along
Yeah.
all my life. Let's just be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient because when the night comes, I mean in the darkest moment, it is because the sun is coming up. So just be patient because it will all work out for you.
That's right.
I will say patience and just reflecting. Stop and think. And something that I'm really grateful about is just living the moment.
Right.
Because I think that from all my life, I've always lived like in the future. You know,
I can relate to that so much. You know,
I was living my day by my head when my heart was in the future.
in the future.
And now I realize that's all I have. And I'm enjoying today.
That's good.
I'm enjoying today. Just enjoy the moment. Because you can have the greatest day today and tomorrow might not be the greatest day, but
Yep.
just enjoy what you have
Just enjoy.
today.
That's really good. That's really good. You know, let's talk a little bit more about that. You know, being in the present moment, right?
Yeah.
Because when students come here, that's the only thing that's not on their mind.
Yes,
Right?
right.
You know, because when an international student lands to Heathrow Airport or any other airport, he's not thinking about being at the airport. He's thinking about where he's gonna go and stay, right? Where he will find his first job, how difficult or easy the university is going to be, right? All those thoughts are right there in the head of the students, right?
That was me, yeah.
That was you, that was me, everybody, you know, all of us has been there at that point, right? So how they can get out of the trap of being in the future and not being in the present? It's a trap, right?
Yeah, it's a trap. One technique that I use when I'm anxious about the future, I stop and I look at the sky.
Right.
I look at the trees.
Yeah.
I look at people and I take my time to realize where am I,
That's
which
right.
day is it,
Right.
and the beauty of nature. Yeah, that connects me with the present.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
what I do.
That's a really good, you know, suggestion. Just take a pause, right? Because anyhow, life here is rapid, fast moving, right?
Yeah, it is.
And they're not going to stop for you. It's you who has to take a pause, step back, think about yourself, and then see how you can, you know, move further.
Exactly.
Right? That's good. That's good. How important it is, you know, to take care of our own well-being, being here, because you would have a lot of things to be stressed about.
Well, that's the most important thing because when I first came, my first one priority was okay, so I have to make money.
Yeah.
But then I understood that even if you're making lots of money and you are living under lots of stress, it doesn't make any sense.
That's right.
If you're not healthy,
Nothing.
nothing will work, and you cannot enjoy money if you're
That's
not
true.
healthy.
That's true.
So it was very good for me to understand that health comes 1st, your well-being comes first,
Yep.
and then all the things can wait.
Okay.
By your health and well-being, that cannot wait.
That's true.
that cannot wait,
Yeah.
because as long as you're healthy and you're mentally and emotionally strong,
Yeah.
then you can go ahead.
Then you can do
can
it.
face all the challenges.
That's right.
But if you're not, it doesn't matter if
It
you
doesn't
have
matter.
the money, because then
Yeah.
you'll have to spend all your money,
All the money
on a doctor.
to get back to your
Yes,
health. Right.
exactly. So
That's right.
yeah, well-being it's
It's
priority
the topmost
number one.
priority number
Yes.
one. That's good. That's good. You know,
And you know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
share
that's
with
fine.
you something that I really admire about yourself, and it is how patient you are, how resilient you are. That's something I've learned from you.
Thank you so much,
And
Gab,
I've
for that.
even like talked to my husband, and it, and I've told him like, so he's so resilient. I mean, and I've seen that in you. And I've learned it from you.
That's right.
And I'm thankful for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. You know, I think that's another best part. You know, when you came here, you just see other people. You observe them. You know what's good in them. You just get those good qualities, right? Just learn. Even we learn from each other, right?
Yes.
Every day we learn from each other. Every professor, every person that we came across, they teach us something, right? And I think the best way when you learn these things is when you are in a group presentation. There can be trouble, you know. We know the troubles we had with the group presentations, but in the group presentations, you know to discover the best of yourself, right? So, do you had any, you know, any stories you have from the group presentations that made you feel that, you know, like, yeah, that's something like. How worthy was those group presentations for you, and what learnings you had from there?
I think I was very selfish on some.
Why do you think?
Because I was thinking only about myself. Okay, but yes, then when you're faced with a group presentation, then you know that you're all getting the same grade.
That's right.
So that can help you think like as a group, okay?
Right.
That's fine. So then you think, okay, so it doesn't matter if I do it great, because if my colleagues don't, then it's same.
It's same.
So I love being by myself.
Yeah.
I see loneliness as a virtue. I mean, it doesn't bother me, okay,
Right.
to be by myself.
All right.
But group presentations, I think, are a great opportunity for us to be empathetic with what the other is going
That's
through
right.
and what the other is thinking.
Yeah.
And yes, I think I learned a lot of empathy
That's
through
true.
the group presentations.
That's true. And I think, you know, the best lesson group presentation teaches you, if you take it seriously, is how to be a good leader and how to be a good follower at the same time, right? Because if you are in a group when you know that, you know, the other group is just looking at you.
Yeah, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
I don't like to be the leader. I mean, I'm more like the follower.
You're more like follow.
But yeah, I was faced with
With the situation,
duty
right?
to step up and be the leader,
Yeah.
and then I thought maybe sometimes I do it because I'm lazy, because being a leader is not an easy job.
That's true.
But when you have to do it, you have to do it, and I learned that I was capable of doing it when the time comes.
The time comes.
So that was great.
Yeah.
In a way.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true. And that's the most important lesson I learned, you know, from the group presentations. Because at the end of the day, even, you know, if you're working somewhere or it's a group presentation at the university, you know you're getting graded for it, you know, right?
Yes.
So then you have to push people around you, right? But the one lesson I learned, don't do it everything by yourself. You have to find a way to push other people in the group, right? Because otherwise, you can do everything by yourself, right? But then at the end of the day, you will have that feeling within yourself that it was my effort and everybody is, you know, going for that. So some point you have to be the leader, but at the same time you have to become super selfish. And, you know, because, or in another way, like I must say that you have to find a way to involve everybody somehow. Somehow you have to, right?
Somehow, yeah. If
Because-
no one is playing that role, then
Because
you have to do.
if you don't learn it in the university level, I think you will never, I would say never, but then it will be difficult for you when you enter the corporate level, right?
Yeah.
So because it's a very important lesson to learn at the university level, those small things can give you some insights that will be valuable for you
Yeah,
when you
that's
enter the
what
corporate.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still in the run, but
That's
I'll
true.
get there.
And we will all get there, it's a never-ending process, right? We just have to keep improvising,
Yeah.
keep learning, and keep growing, as we go. All right. Now, apart from all this academic stuff and all these things, right? What are the other things that international students they should be mindful of? Because there will be a lot of challenges, a lot of troubles, right? But some of the things that they should really pay a lot of attention to.
I could say don't take anything personal.
That's
That-
a good point.
That was life changing for me when I stopped taking things personally. Because it is not true.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot take anything
That's right.
personally. Yeah.
For example, sorry to interrupt you. The feedback is the feedback on your assignment. It's not the feedback on you,
Absolutely.
right?
It's not
It's about what you wrote. It's not about who you are, right?
Exactly.
And you just have to learn how to write it better, right? And I think that's a really good point. That never ever take things personally.
Yeah, never, never.
Because when you take things personally, you're coming from a different mindset, then, right?
It works the same way in a job.
That's true.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
I mean, you're a professional
You're a
there.
professional.
They don't know you as a human being.
That's right.
So the feedback is about your task,
It's your task, not you,
not yourself.
not yourself.
So
That's really
I
good.
stopped taking anything personally,
Yeah.
and then I started enjoying what I was doing in university and a job.
That's good. That's a really good idea. Stop taking.
Yes, because we tend to take it so
Yeah,
personally.
that's true,
I mean,
that's true.
and at the end of the day, this is a huge world,
Huge
and
world.
nobody
And you are
cares.
just
I mean,
small part of it, right?
exactly.
But don't see yourself as a small part of it, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
even you still have a significant role to play, right?
Yeah, we all do.
That's good. How important it is to be social, like to socialize, to network, and talk to people. Be open-minded.
That's number one. I mean, in the ranking,
In the
that's
ranking.
number one. That's number one.
Right.
I mean, I can tell for you, it
Yeah.
has worked for you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
Great, right?
That's true. That's
I'm not a social person. But I've learned to say yes when someone invites you to an event
Yep.
or anything related
Yeah.
to a workshop.
Yeah.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
And go with the flow. And you'll meet people and that can help you a lot
Yep.
in your career.
In your career. That's true. That's true. That's really nice.
If you're not social, then learn to be social.
That's right. So what's the first step they can take to be social?
Just say yes. Just say yes. And another tip I have is when I want to practice my social skills, then I'll just set up my mind and I'll go and talk to anyone. Anyone. I mean, I'll just
speak.
start a conversation,
Just start a conversation.
about anything.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't care.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I remember, like sometimes even when there are so many open spaces in the university, like we are sitting in one, right?
Yeah.
So just go and open up, right?
With
Just
random
speak.
people,
Just
yeah.
speak. Say,
Just be careful.
But be careful. Don't you get into trouble.
Yeah, but if
Right.
you're in the university, you're
Yeah,
in a
you-
safe place.
you're in a safe place.
environment.
Yeah.
So you can go.
You can go,
talk
huh?
to people,
Yeah.
meet people. I mean,
That's
don't
true.
be shy.
Don't be shy.
Just-
And then also don't limit yourself just within your community.
exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest mistake I see people making. They stay within their community and then they say that I don't see enough opportunities, right? Now, it's not bad to be in your community, but at one point you have to expand your circle, right?
If you're in London, you need to expand.
You need to expand.
There's no other
There's
way,
no
to,
other
live,
way.
to survive in London. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's amazing.
And
Gabby.
that's very rich.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing people from
Different
many
backgrounds.
places. Yeah,
It's always
that's the beauty.
fun, right? That's the beauty of London. That's another side of London dream, right? Knowing people.
Exactly.
That's
So
amazing.
you won't feel a stranger, never.
That's
Ever.
that's true. Perfect. Thank you so much, Gabby. It has been absolutely amazing, wonderful conversation. All right. Before we wrap up, 1, 2, 3 suggestions that they must do coming to any country as an international student.
Okay. So, as an international student, I could say from my heart that something that keeps me going every day, and it is very important for me, is my faith. I don't know what your faith is or what you believe in, but just have a strong faith and strong principles and values, and go with them. Don't lose yourself.
Right.
Don't lose yourself in London. And just be positive. Be positive all the time. All the time think about positive things. I mean, even if things don't work out the way you planned, and try to look at the bright side, because there is always a bright side. And be patient. Be patient, because time will make everything fine. Everything is gonna be all right.
That's right. Everything's gonna be all right, right? Perfect. That's so amazing. Thank you so much, Gabby. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.